Good morning, children. Welcome back to the social session. Children, we were learning about the community decision making in a tribe. We were looking into the Herman Dorff, a research scholar who went into the Gond community in Adilabad, and he, in his research papers, has written a book on the findings of a Gond community. So, where we learnt about a Gond Panch. Panch is nothing but a council. It consists of all the adult males of the village, and that is called as a Panch. The head of this Panch is called as a Patna. And the Panch doesn't meet regularly. It meets whenever it is necessary on the matters relating to the important which has to be discussed on the rituals and on the rituals of death and birth, as well as on the festival dates, and even if there is any dispute between the men or disputes in the villages relating to their cultivation. If there are any such disputes, in order to resolve these things, the Panch meets. Some of the functions of the Panch also we try to understand, like the festival dates, to fix the major dates of the festivals, and allowing the norms for marriage and death rights, and settle down the disputes are some of the important functions of the Panch. So whenever a dispute involves people from many villages, in such condition, the councils of the villages concerned together, they sit for a panchayat that is called as a joint panchayat. If the dispute is between our village and another village, the village council of both villages sit together, and that is called as a joint panchayat. Joint panchayat. Joint. If it is two or more than two villages, if they are involved in this kind of dispute, then all the village councils put together, it is called as a joint panchayat, and that takes the decision on it. So when there is a dispute is presented in the Panch, then the first aim is to get the facts of the case. What are the real facts? It should not be fabricated. The facts means the originality. What is the original situation, or what is the original case? They try to bring it out. The two parties are allowed to make. That means whoever has made the dispute, those are two parties. Now both of them had fought together. Then these both persons will be asked to give their explanation why they both had fought. So they are given the chance to detailedly present their case from their points of view. Then some elder member of the community may cross question them also. So this kind of cross questioning, generally in the courts we find this cross questioning. So the elderly member in the Panch also may ask for cross questioning, and after ascertaining, after getting the actual facts, they also ask the witness to give their evidence. What is that evidence that you are the witness, you are present at that time? They even ask for that evidence. After this, the Panch discusses the provisions of the traditional customs of the Gond and the decisions in the previous cases of the similar kind. What kind of decision they have taken in the previous cases of the same kind, what decisions were taken, those things also they observe. And finally, they try to arrive at a solution acceptable to both parties, where the both parties will agree the decision given by the Panch. So when all the aspects of the case are have been debated, so they discuss what is good, what is wrong, and what are the Gond norms. So whether they have behaved depending upon these Gond norms or not, these all things will be discussed there, debated there. The senior members propose a settlement between both of them. So since this is not the final decision, the person affected can propose some changes also after hearing his or her response. The Panch will take the final decision. Before the Panch gives the decision, the elderly person will propose. He will propose what will be the judgment. If the person who is going to affect, if he doesn't accept this one, then the changes will be made, and then after hearing his or her response also, the Gond Panch will make a final decision. Whether he like it or not, it doesn't matter, but they give you the final decision. The Panch decision is the final. So here is an interesting example of how they do the justice in the village. So there is a case study. Let us see. One day a girl brought a case before the Panch. A girl has brought, woman can bring the case, but they cannot participate in the council. They are not the members of the council, but the women can listen to the proceedings and they can freely bring case in front of the Panch. So she brought one case in front of the Panch against a man who teased her. A man teased her in the village, it seems. So when she slapped him for it, she has given a slap. You know slap? थप्पड़ मार. वो लड़की क्या करी? उसको tease करे तो मारी. So he hit her and he also hit her and she fell down. She fell on the ground but managed to run away from that place. Then the accused man was asked what he had to say. Then he admitted his guilt. He also told that it was my mistake. Guilt means his mistake. So the man had accepted his mistake. The Panch asked the girl what she wished to be done to the accused. क्या करना चाहिए वो आदमी से बोल के वो बच्ची को इस पूछे. वो आपको टीज करे ना. Okay. So what should be done with this fellow? Then she said that he should be given the most insulting punishment and that he should give in writing that he would not trouble her anymore in the future also. He should be given the most insulting punishment in front of everybody in the village and he also should give in writing that he will not trouble her anymore in the future. Because she has brought this case in front of the Panch. वो मन में लगा के फिर बाद में कुछ कर सकता है ना, इसीलिए लिख के देना चाहिए और उसको पनिशमेंट भी मिलना चाहिए बोल के बोली बच्ची. Then the Panch then ordered him to stand in the middle of the Panch. Okay, बीच में आके खड़े होने के लिए बोला that person and bow down before the girl and beg for pardon. Then immediately he was asked to come at the center of the Panch. Okay, नीचे उतर के उसको pardon sorry बोलने के लिए भीख मांगने के लिए sorry भीख मांगने के लिए बोला था. Then immediately that was a punishment which was given, the most insulting punishment that was given to that man for teasing her. This is how the Panch will conduct the proceedings. It is only one example in order to make you understand how the village Panch behaves. So in the next class we will understand about the village headman Patla and how the Patla derives his authority and how he behaves in the Panch and how his decisions will be binding on the village men also we will see in the next class. Generally he is a hereditary, an arrangement in which the after the father the son becomes the Patla and after him his grandson will become the Patla. So like the mother's title or property automatically gets after their death to their hereditary, this Patla is also hereditary and he is answerable to the Panch. If Panch questions him, he should be answerable to the Panch. But in many cases, he can be an effective leader also and whatever decisions the Patla makes, all the people in the Panch will accept it. While the Panch only meet once in a while, when there is a issue or case only the Panch meets, but usually he is from the family of the what we call effective functions. He will be from the family of a very wealthy family out of that Panch who had led the formation of the village in the beginning. From that family he will be standing as a Panch and his functions, the headman functions on a daily basis, whereas Panch meets only now and then, but he functions daily. So the main function of the Patla is to ensure the unity of the villagers and to negotiate with the outsiders and the government agencies on behalf of the villagers, and he also coordinates the community activities of the village, that is including festivals, rituals of the death and birth. He also has to entertain the guests who are coming to the village and he has to feed those guests also. In return to this, all men and women in the village will work in his field one day at free, and this assistance enables him to till more land than his family can, and thus to feed the guests of the village. Whoever comes to the village, they stay in that headman's village only and he will feed them for the guests. Whenever there is a headman becomes arrogant and goes against to the wishes of the people, the Panch can remove him. The Panch also can remove him. So we are learning about Patla, children. Patla is a headman. He is a headman. So who will be appointed as a headman generally? Headman will be the person from the family who was responsible for the finding of the village. That means one of the founders of the village. So that person will be appointed as a headman, and even if this headman goes against to the wishes of the people, he can be removed by the Panch. Whereas Panch generally works now and then it meets, but whereas Patla works on the daily basis. And alternatively the other family may just leave the village and settle in a new place also. And Hermendorf also pointed out, we are actually studying about the research scholar Hermendorf's paper, and he pointed out that the system was gradually changing even in 1940s and 50s, as the Gond villages are being inhabited by other communities like Marathas and Telugus, and as the Panchayat Raj system got started, elections began to take place in these regions. So it was constantly changing, it was gradually changing, that system was gradually changing. And Sarpanch system, they started in the Panchayat Raj system at village level, the head will be the Sarpanch and Upa Sarpanch, and the ward members will be there. So such kind of system slowly started getting into the Gond Raj also. Many people started going to the police, going to the court. They were not coming to the Panch. Panch was a council which was established, which was formed by the village headman. So now they started leaving that one and approaching the court. But previously they used to go to the elderly men in the village in order to solve their problems. The headman lost their position and the importance with the elections of Sarpanch. Through the direct elections, they have lost their position, and most of the Patna got elected as the Sarpanches also in many villages. So this is how we can understand, and we also read that the custom of the tribe, as understood by all the adult male members of the community, were very important in conducting the activities of the village and the community. We also saw that every family had a say in the activities of the community. All together they were more powerful than the headman. So the headman had to persuade and keep the members of the community happy in order to retain his position, because if the people revolt against him, his position also may be gone away. So for that reason he should see that all the people in the village are happy. So we also read in return for these services to the tribe, he receives special privileges like working in his field for one day by all the men and women at free, you need not pay. But for that he has to feed the guests whoever comes to the village. So this gave him more wealth than the other members of the tribe, but he was expected to spend this for the welfare of the tribe. So such was the arrangement in many of the tribes. Even in the modern days also we find such kind of things being happening even in the Panchayat Raj system. So this is the end of the lesson called as community decision making in a tribe children. Please complete the fair notes of this lesson. Thank you.